Hey there, my fellow lunatics, and welcome to Dakon's Madhouse. Hey there, my fellow lunatics. I'm doing a giveaway. I've got a couple of codes for a free month of Xbox Game Pass, and if you want to play Corekeeper on Game Pass for free for a month, or maybe you've got a friend who won't commit to playing, then this is the giveaway for you. There's no cost to entry. Just hit that subscribe button and leave a comment on any of my videos with the hashtag #EnterTheMadhouse, and you'll be entered for a chance to win a free month of Xbox Game Pass. This competition will be running from August 26th until September 2nd. Winners will be announced shortly after. So enter the Madhouse for a chance to win, and we can all explore the caverns together. Hello everyone, today we are talking character builds, specifically early game builds. During this time, your skills are low, your hit points are low, and the Malagaz boss fight is a significant skill challenge during this time. Now there are many builds that can take down Malagaz and move beyond the Great Wall with ease. Here's one more such build. Today we are going to focus on a very basic ranged build. Let's go ahead and get started. This range build combines attack speed and range damage to try to focus on making speedy, high damage attack, but it is not necessarily the most damage you can get out of a ranged build. Just trying to create a good balance. First up, we have got the Ranger Hood. This is found off of slimes and in crates within the stone biome. Next up, we have got the Caveling Chest. This drops off of cavelings in the Forgotten Ruins. Alternatively, you can use the Hivebone Breastplate. This will provide better protection and an attack speed boost. However, you sacrifice about 10 points of damage. It drops off of the Hive Mother. For my leggings, I personally prefer the Hivebone Pants, which drop off of the Hive Mother. However, if you don't want to fight the Hive Mother, or you just haven't yet, you can craft some bronze pants at the Tin Anvil. These will work just fine. For the necklace, we have got the Polished Copper Cross Necklace. This is crafted at the Jewelry Workbench. And for our rings, we have got the Polished Gold Crystal Rings in both slots. These are also crafted at the Jewelry Workbench. Now, unfortunately, there really isn't a good offhand item for ranged this early in the game, so you can put whatever you want into this slot. I went with the Rift Lens because I really like the offhand use that gives you a teleport, and this lens can be found at Glurch and at Gorm. But really, put anything you want in there. A shield, Swift Feather, nothing. Doesn't matter. It's your choice. It doesn't really matter for this build. The Pumpkin Lantern is what I put into my lantern slot. You can get this at the Halloween event, which you can turn on in your game settings. Now, this isn't required either or really part of the build. It's just what I went with because I like the health per second that you get from it. You can put any lantern you want into this slot. Also, the same is true of Gorm's stomach bag. There really isn't any kind of bag that is specific for this build. So whatever bag you happen to have, that's the bag you're going to use. I like Gorm's stomach bag because it has the most inventory slots, and you can never go wrong with extra health. But there's one that grants movement speed, which can be very useful for a ranged build trying to move around. So go with whatever works best for you. When it comes to weapons, really the Iron Bow, in my opinion, is the best of the early game weapons. It is fast and it does a lot of damage. However, you also cannot go wrong if you choose the Flintlock Musket. This thing has got really strong single attacks, but it is very slow, as you can see. So really, it's up to you based on your play style. Big hits with slow damage or fast high DPS. Personally, I prefer the fast high DPS. However, I have beaten the boss with both weapons. Either one will work. Now, at this stage in the game, any pet that you use is going to help. However, I would avoid using the Embertail during the Malagaz fight since Malagaz is immune to burn damage. Now, I found an Owl Lux pretty early on, so that's what I used, and it worked great for me. However, both the dog and the orange slime are also excellent pets, especially that dog. The Subterrier is great, and any use of any of the early game pets is going to do you just fine. When it comes to skills, the early game fights are much more lenient and don't really depend on the bonuses from skill points as heavily as later in the game. That being said, you are going to want to try to get your primary combat skill up into the 30s or 40s before you fight Malagaz. The higher your vitality, the better as well. Now, I recommend crafting a wood farm as soon as possible and using that to get your crafting skill up to 100. What you do is you just craft torches or bridges, and that way you can get your crafting up as quickly as possible. It takes about 15,000 wood to get to about 100 crafting with bridges. And that may seem like a lot, but as long as you've got a decent wood farm going, then that's only going to take about 8 to 12 hours before you'll have all of that wood. Not that long at all. Now, how you spend your skill points is entirely up to you. This early in the game, there are not a lot of options, and really none of the skill points within the first 2 tiers are bad, so you cannot go wrong with your choice. I like to focus on ones that improve my damage whenever possible, but attack speed is also extremely useful to raise, so that's another one to consider going for. But really, go with what focuses best for your build. Now, tonight's menu is a 4-course meal and drink pairing. For our first course, we have a delicious devilish stone dip snack made from the finest carrot and fresh devil worm. This dish provides an armor bonus and a ranged damage bonus. The second course of the evening is a blue pepper wrap made from organic bomb peppers and wild-caught blue cave guppy. This dish provides a magic barrier and a movement speed boost. Our main course is a succulent, shiny meat steak made from Wagyu marveled meat and grated with shiny larva meat. This dish adds a critical hit bonus as well as a damage bonus. And for the final course, the hearty palace fish balls, made from a farm-to-table heartberry and teal palace fish. This dish provides an attack speed boost as well as a max health bonus. Our drink pairings for the evening are Hot Punch, freshly made by Winter Holiday Elves. They provide an attack speed bonus. The Keen Potion, which adds range damage and is crafted by our local mixologist at the alchemy table. Our mixologist can also whip up a Stone Skin Potion to provide extra armor if you'd like. Though if the Stone Skin Potion isn't to your liking, how about some Meadow Milk? Unfortunately, you can't really mix the two. And now that you've gorged yourself on buff foods, you can pay your bill by liking this video, and if you want to leave a tip, just hit that subscribe button. Now, if you're feeling really generous, you can also join us on Patreon or become a YouTube member. Links are in the description. Now, this isn't the only way to get through the early game, and I would love to hear how you've put your character together. Let me know in the comments, and I hope this helps you out with your early game builds. Now, until next time, stay crazy.